a Killteam Podcast, presented to you by the Florida United Kill Team.
What's up? What is going on, guys? Welcome to the PhoBros Podcast. I am Eric. I am joined by none other than Ben Quadrianos himself from Battle
Oh
Brothers
yeah.
Tabletop.
Hell yeah.
Uh,
Thanks for having me.
yeah, man, thanks for coming. We also got Cameron
What's up, everybody? Back again,
and
and over here.
George. Yep,
Hello. What's poppin'?
sweet. So we got the Florida boys rocking and rolling, ready to go. And we're just gonna kind of bullshit today about some Kill Team stuff, kind of how we're feeling about Kill Team right now, how we're feeling about the meta. There may be some ups, there may be some downs in the meta. Depends
Mm.
on what team you're playing right now, maybe, or what team you're not playing, to be more precise.
Or what
Uh,
team you're forced to play against right now.
yeah. So like
Or
I
Chris.
Yeah, exactly. What are you doing in Kill Team right now, Ben?
So I am kind of taken. This happens. So like last year is my first year at Worlds, and the same thing happened last year. It's like you go to Worlds, it's cool to hang out with your buds. You slam 10 games of like high level Kill Team, and when I come back, I'm like, okay, I think I need a break. Like I went and I fell in love with Rekkas because I sort of raw dogged him at Worlds and had a lot of fun. But I'm kind of chilling at the moment. Like I'm kind of chilling. I'm playing in the Florida League, like one of our Florida leagues, and I'm playing Rekkas in that one. And so still staying in, like I'm cool, but I'm sort of chilling right now. I'm glad Rekkas are out because they are like my home base right now. But I'm just kind of chilling. I'm chilling. I don't really want to sweat it up at the moment because I feel like I got my sweat out of my system right now. I think you felt the same way after Worlds last year, right, Eric?
Yeah, where it's like I played 10 games and I sweated up two Worlds to prepare for Worlds. And I sweated a good amount at Worlds. Also, I'm just a madman and like I'm like all about the vibes, and so I'm like buying my opponent's cocktails and shit, even in
Yep.
like
Yep.
crucial games against guys like, Jason Faye, who's a total weapon. It plays super aggressive, and I'm like,
Yep.
you know what, dude, I'm already a couple drinks in at this point. Let's just drink vodka together, man. And you know, so I wasn't taking it like too serious, but at the same time, I am like a competitive player. But yeah, when I left
Yeah.
Worlds, it was like I need a decompression from this game. But then it's actually
Yeah.
funny how quickly it does come back at some point. Like it just like all of a sudden
Oh
surges, and you're
yeah.
like, I'm ready to sweat
Yeah.
it again. But like, yeah, you definitely have this refractory period, right? You did Raw Dog.
Exactly. Yeah. Yeah. And I feel like I feel so it's hard for me to play Kill Team or like basically any game if I'm not getting ready for a tournament. Like if I'm not preparing for if I don't have like a mission in mind, it's hard for me to like just play for the fun of the game. Like which I think it sucks. I don't think it's a good thing, but I find it hard to like play and be engaged when I'm not getting ready for an event or something. So like the next time we have a Florida event that I can make it or two or something like that, I'm sure that's gonna snap me back in gear because like I've had this stupid competitive streak in me, and I have a mission that I can focus on, and so that'll get me back in. I'm sure.
I've been
Joe,
feeling the same way, and I didn't go to Worlds, but just feeling like I don't have the competitiveness in me right now. I think just from playing Kill Team so much this year, which was a lot compared to last year, but I didn't play this game at all. So I'm going to a lot of tournaments this year, playing a lot. The last tournament that Eric and I were at together should have been casual, but it was like I was
Sweating.
feeling competitive even at that tournament, and I didn't really have a great time because of that. And I was like, okay, so I can't play this game casually. I kind of have to just play this game competitively, no matter what I'm doing. It feels like so maybe I just take a break, which segued into Star Wars Legion, which we want to talk about as well.
There's a lot of Star Wars Legion going on all of a sudden. I think it's because of that, the kill team fatigue.
We had a lot
Yeah,
But
of
the hype
events.
is big right now, man. The hype is big with the Florida boys.
it
Yeah,
is.
it's similar to Kill Team in a way, and the alternate activations. Jeff Selvey was saying to me earlier in voice chat that there was just so many Kill Team events this year that he's just happy to be playing something kind of similar that's in a IP that he loves, like Star Wars, that
Mm.
just is Kill Team.
Yeah. Yeah, I think
I
like a peek behind the curtain. Like if anybody else is like has a local scene they're trying to get going, like I think the Florida boys, because again, like it used to be nothing, used to be just god awful nothing, and now we've like exploded. So I think we're kind of suffering from success a little bit, where everybody wants to be a TO, which is like what a great problem to have, because like normally nobody wants a TO, but now everybody wants a TO, which is pretty cool. And so I think we're just sort of suffering from success, which is a cool phase to be in. But like I'm over here complaining, oh god, I'm so kill teamed out. When like 5 years ago, I would have killed to have someone besides Matt to play kill team with. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So we're in a cool spot where we're blowing up, and but yeah, that's cool. Even if it's a bummer, it's cool.
And we're so lucky that we can have so much hype that it spills into something else, as cool as Star Wars Legion is for most of us.
Yeah, the
And
power
now,
we wield is kind of nuts. That we can like point the Florida boy beam at something
yeah,
else, and they just full throttle. Like all
like
we had to tell Jeff was like, "Hey, I think we started carrying Star Wars Legions. They were going to play it," and Jeff was like, "I have 3 armies right now, immediately ready to go." Like
Yeah.
that's a lot. We wield a lot of power actually.
Well, I,
but
I
we're
think
also
Yo,
so motivated
Jeff
too.
has armies of everything. He
Jet.
has Marvel
Yeah.
Crisis Protocol, Star Wars. I'm pretty sure he has an Age of Sigmar army. Probably just doesn't play.
Yep.
Jeff is
Yeah.
built different. Jeff is built different. But I think there is
He's a
something to
machine.
say about like, we do a good job at bringing people into Kill Team, and Kill Team's very accessible, right? Like you can say, hey, dude, you pick up this $50 box of models, we'll get you in the game. You can borrow my tokens, you can borrow my equipment, like you can end up getting all this stuff really easy. You know what? You can borrow my team. You don't even have to. I got 20 teams, bro. You want a team? Like, actually, can you take a team? Like, I got 20 teams. And that's what got at least me, and I noticed it got other people in the Legion. Star Wars, cool, right? Alternating activations, cool. Army game, we're playing a skirmish game. Army game's cool. And then someone was like, "Hey, dude, starter box. It's like basically an entire recon list, and it's like
$100.
$90." And
Mhm.
I'm like, "Oh." And then I look on eBay and I pick up like 1,000 points for $120, and then I buy a starter box for $80. So like $200, I'm in the game, and I'm just like, dude, I have
You're not
like
in the game. You're like
I got like
you're ready.
7 to 8 different lists I can play. I got like every Jedi that Republic has. It's like all ready to go. I can play the game however I want to play it, and it was $200. Where you're looking at uh, 40K, that's like you're not doing
$200
anything.
gets you like 3 units.
Yeah,
Do you think it's also because in Star Wars, like in Kill Team, how we only get to use specialists and operatives, whereas in Star Wars you get to use tanks, ATRTs, and all sorts of crazy big units? Could that also be a thing that why a lot of you guys are jumping over to Star Wars?
Me for sure. When I saw that I could take the snow speeders for the rebels, I was like, "Oh, I'm in." I was like, "There's a lot when I was a kid." So a lot of it for me
Okay.
also is nostalgia. I actually, to be honest, outside of watching like what I feel like is the better, most recent Disney Plus Star Wars stuff, like Andor, and I've obviously Rogue One. I didn't like a lot of the new Star Wars stuff that's come out since I've been an adult. Definitely didn't like the new trilogy. So for me, I
Breaking
haven't.
news: 4 white men with facial hair don't like the new Star Wars movies. Breaking
Yeah.
news:
Breaking
4
news.
white men on a podcast don't like the new Star Wars movies.
But I haven't been into Star Wars as an adult because of that, really, outside of
yeah,
Andor. But then when I was like on vacation, Eric sends me this thing. He's like, "Dude, I'm gonna do this," and then Ben texting about it
Eric's
too.
like
And I'm like, "All right." And then I look into it,
reaming
and
them in.
all of a sudden I'm like, "Oh wait, I'm like a kid again, liking all this stuff that I haven't seen since I was like 12."
And you
Yeah,
got the Rebels, right? You went
I,
Rebels for that reason.
I also got a crazy good deal. I think right now I have 1,500 points, and I've probably spent like just shy of $200 as well.
it's
I
so
mean,
cheap to get into. It's
yeah.
yeah.
so cheap. Like it's dirt cheap. Yeah.
What faction did you go, Ben?
I went Gar. I'm a Gar man. Me and Eric are Gar men. Galactic Army of the Republic.
Okay.
Because I Star Wars Battlefront 2, just like Cam, like Star Wars was my first love. I had lightsabers, toys. I had like the movie encyclopedias where it shows you like the breakdown of how a lightsaber is made, and just like the nerdiest like deep lore dives. Like it trained me to do lore dives, and then I played Battlefront 2. Like that was my favorite game of all time, the 2005 Battlefront 2. I'm not much of a gamer, but like I really love that. And so like playing on Kashyyyk and Dagobah and these places, and now at Star Wars Legion, like, oh dude, like I can play these things, like these same tanks and vehicles that I played and obsessed over and saw on like the Tartakovsky or whatever. I forget, I don't know how to say the name, like the animated, the original Clone Wars stuff. Like I just grew up on it all. And the nostalgia factor is just, I mean, it's can't be any better, dude. Like it's perfect. Cause like I like 40K. I like Warhammer, like lore wise. Like I think the games are sick. I enjoy the games more than I actually care about like the lore side of things. But with Star Wars, like, oh no, hook, line, and sinker, dude. I love this stuff so much. Like this is little baby Ben just going gaga for freaking Anakin. So yeah, yeah, super fun.
That's so sick. And you mentioned the original Clone Wars, which was like the 5-minute shorts, and that is the best, I think, some of the best Star Wars content that's ever come out. Some of those episodes, like, I remember when I first watched it when I was a kid, I was like, wait, that's the episode? It was like 4 minutes. I was like, that sucks, Dad. And my dad's like, I don't know what to tell you. And then as an adult, you go back, you watch the whole thing. I think it's like maybe 2 hours total or less if you watch everything that came out. But there is some of the coolest Star Wars stuff you've ever seen happening in those little shorts.
Yeah, because it's the person behind like Samurai Jack and stuff like that.
Yep.
And so like I don't know if you remember like Mace Windu like punching a bunch of B2s to death with like force fists. Is like, God, dude, this is so cool. So,
the episode where the ARC troopers go take down the city just has some of the most iconic Star Wars content. Yoda taking down all the droids, riding on that weird horse creature that was unnamed. Like
that's why I went Coruscant Guard, because of that like scene, the Tartakovsky scene where they're in Coruscant. That's why I went Coruscant Guard, dude. I just love it so much.
You got Kit Fisto going in the ocean and fighting like aqua droids.
Yeah, Star Wars effing rules, dude. Star Wars. If you don't take anything else from this podcast, if you got bummed out on Star Wars, just go back because it's awesome, dude. It's just awesome.
Yeah, it has reignited the Star Wars nerddom in me too, for all the same reasons that you guys are talking about, especially with like the sequels from Disney, and they've had a few hits like Andor and Rogue One. They've had some major strikeouts, right? So like as an adult, I kind of lost my childhood obsession, which I was pretty obsessed with Star Wars. That was like my fantasy thing when I was a kid, dude. I loved it. And George, are you, because I know Chris is on it, right?
Yes.
Are you also are you on the hype train? Because it is full throttle in Florida right now. Like we got the bullet train, mag train, dude, just like 220 miles an hour, fucking full board right now.
I am a big Star Wars fanatic. I've loved it my whole life. But I promise you, I am not on that train with you guys. I am riding the back of a hairy wolf, and we are just taking down kill team after kill team after kill team. These wolf scouts are cracked. Come at me. I'm ready for anyone before I get debuffed. Let's go. 12-inch storm. I don't play me on ITD. I hate it. It's horrible.
It's not that bad, dude. It's not that bad at all.
You get
freaking river, dude. You can't measure through walls. Give me a break, dude.
Here's what I got from the team. You have to be in the storm for like 90% of your shit to work.
Yeah, but you don't even have to be in the storm. Like that's just insult to injury. Like
you have to be in the storm for like
if you send a Reaver out just ripping, right? Like he can start in the storm, but he gets his buffs even if he leaves the storm, right? Like his charge from conceal. If you start or end, you can charge from conceal. Yeah, and it's still 5 attacks, lethal 5. Dude, it's nuts.
You want to fight people in the storm, so you get your balance reroll, so that they get one less attack, so that you could roll if you need to pop the ploy for the extra cover, the balance reroll on defense. But mostly you get the balance roll on fighting and you get the one less attack. You need to be in the storm. They have to be in the storm as well, even if they're on the edge of the storm. And yes, the storm is like 1 inch or something. It's pretty big because you get the 20-inch little marker, the 20 millimeter marker, and then
it's 25-inch.
Then you get the 12-inch. So it's a big bubble. I get it. And ITD, it sucks that it's restricted to a room, because if I push up 2 rooms, I have to give or take the storm into one or the other room.
Oh no, one room is only going to have guys with 5 attacks hitting on 3s, 4/5, lethal 5, and every time they end a fight action, they do D3+1 mortal wounds to you. Oh no. What a shame, dude. However will they survive?
Let me tell you something. That shit is
Do you
phenomenal.
still win your ICD game, George? That's the question.
I did. I played PhoBros.
Yeah, shut up, dude. Shut up,
100%.
George.
He was like, it was so hard.
My play of the week is from that game because, the Rune Priest came through a wall and just did his the World of the Wolfang. I did the blast play on 2 PhoBros dudes that were next to each other, and I sent them to meet the fucking Primarch himself because I rolled 3 crits and 2 hits on both shots. It was disgusting.
So we can circle back on Kill Team a bit. So you've been going ham on the Wolf Scouts. How many games you got on Wolf Scouts now?
I have 5 under my belt in the past 3 days because
And-
we had a little bachelor party
Grinding.
at the house for Chris, and I got to run 3 games yesterday, a game today, and I had another game a few days ago with him.
Yeah, you're like, congrats, buddy. Boom!
Well,
Thunderclap.
I actually told him
Thunderclap.
at the party, I was like, I'm not gonna play you. I'm gonna try to play as many other people as I can because I could play you anytime. So I did get to play I got to play Caleb.
Nice. Caleb was there? Yeah, that's what's up, dude.
Yeah,
Oh, yeah.
Caleb.
Good guy.
Caleb took PhoBros. He wanted to see how old PhoBros could handle the Wolf Scouts. He did not like the fighting. He
Yep.
thought they were way too much. Took 2 Reavers. My Wolf almost took down his leader, his Reaver leader.
Mm.
It was good. It was good times.
Are you 5
That
and
Wolf is so amazing. I know I know he's only 9 wounds, but he's such a good model. The 8-inch move, 10-inch charge, 4/5 damage. It's so nice.
The
I
long
charged
base,
it.
the oval base is insane as well. The stuff you
Yeah,
can do
I-
with it is crazy.
Today I double charged 2 stealth suits with it.
And the way you can like be so safe behind cover, yet have
Yeah.
like 2.5 inches extra of extension, like it's nuts.
Did you use it as like a defensive piece a lot, George? Were you like kind of strat charging it as like an omni scramble type thing to stop something
Oh,
somebody?
Yeah, so I usually try to use the Wolf either taking down either an operative I know that can't fight, like I charged yesterday into the plasma gunner for Nemclaw and ripped that guy to shreds before he could even pop a shot off while he was setting up. And today I got the double charge on the Liberator and another stealth suit, but I got to get really long and I was within an inch of both of them. He used the thruster's ploy to fall back, and it's just like I'm gonna eat this stealth suit alive. It's nasty.
Good game. It's just no fun. From what I've seen, stealth suits into the wolves just seems like a bad
If
time.
they could get the shot off, it deletes you. It's pretty. Their shooting is disgusting.
Yeah.
Only the meltaguns though, because like into
Yes, the
Marines, it's
meltaguns.
like cool. I shot you with my 5-shot bolter and I did like 3 damage, and then you heal. It's like ugh, it's kind of rough, dude. Like every video, if you like every bat rep between the 2 teams on YouTube is like at the end, it's like whoa. Boy, that was rough. That was rough for the stealth suits. I don't think I've seen a single bat rep of the new 2 teams where Wolf Scouts don't win. It's kind of a bummer matchup, I feel.
I forgot who I was watching that the Wolf Scouts got bodied by the stealth suits. I know in my game today, it felt like I was absolutely destroying Victor, and then turn 3, he melted 3 of my wolves with his 2 guys with melted. One guy got a double kill and the other guy got a kill, and I was just like, wait, what just happened? But it was a high scoring game. We ended up pushing it 18-17. So I got the win. But it was close.
Yeah.
What tac
It was
ops are you
definitely
taking?
I have only been playing route because they are so
Wow,
good.
really?
Just what? I
Not
get up
flank?
that board. No.
What?
Route is so
George
good.
loves to be
It's
super
so
aggressive.
nasty. I am doing godly old kill team 2nd gen things. I am just running in there, getting my double kill, getting my kill, getting my 2 points on route, and then I'll just leave my guys chilling in the back, trying to play the mission in the storm.
Okay.
And then send another dude on turn 3 and I'm sending my leader turn 4. That's who you're gonna deal with on turn 4 on your side of the board. and I'm gonna score route for sure. The leader is such a Chad.
I think that's not a bad play into certain matchups. I think
Into anything over 12, I didn't play anything under 12 wounds. So granted. So everything I was playing at was 12 wounds or more, and I was like, oh, I'm just gonna take route and I'm
Stealth
gonna murder you.
suits, bro. They have to hang
Yeah.
back anyways, and you're like, thanks for the 2 points, sir. Thank you for your hat, sir. I'll take your
Well,
wallet
Victor
as
says
well.
that he
Thank you.
learns because he played where he definitely overplayed. He moved a lot of the suits up turn 1. So turn 2 and turn 3, I just had my pick of the litter to get anyone. He definitely realized that the stealth suits could play that stay all the way in the back game and just let you come up, and you're gonna suffer because when he was getting accurate 2, accurate 3, those shots were hurting
Yeah,
for
I
sure.
played my buddy Bruno in St. Augustine out here uh, with Kroot into his stealth suits. That'd be a fun little thematic matchup, you know.
Mm.
The the Kroot kin band fighting back against their overlords. And first game he played really aggressive. He was just like learning the team. He's like, "Hey, I'm gonna go ham and see what happens." And he figured out very quickly that's not how you play stealth suits. And then the second game, he was very cagey and like I think that stealth suits do have sauce. I think there is some like we talked about in the pod a couple episodes back. I think there is sauce with stealth suits. I just think that the skill floor is going to be really high, and then they're going to have
Hmm.
some horrendous matchups, dude. You know, like if they're played well, I think that they can do pretty solid. I don't think they're going to be owning the meta, but I think if you think
No.
stealth suits are cool and you're worried about the doom and gloom that's out there on stealth suits, I wouldn't stress too much about it. Like if it's cool and you play them and they're fun, like you should play them. It's always hard to win a tournament in a meta like this because right now we have some very, very strong teams in the meta. We're
Hmm.
talking about one. What do you think? Another one is probably still Canoptech, I would say. You guys agree with
And
that?
optic, yeah.
Yeah.
I
Uh,
think Death
Yeah,
Watch
for
too.
sure.
I
And
think
then,
Death Watch is pretty back.
yeah, Deathwatch is really good, but I think we figured out, we saw the
Yeah.
Mandrake's cheese at Worlds,
Mm.
and people realized that, oh, we can play the most annoying team in the game and win tournaments. So I think we have this meta right now, which is probably contributing to the Star Wars Legion hype train here in Florida. But real quick, we have High Rocker in the chat. He's saying he's hosting his first tournament December 20th. It's 3 rounds. He has 24 players. What crit ops should he do for first, second, and third rounds? Basically, like what are the three crit ops? You guys got any input on that? Like if you're running a three
Stake
rounder, stake claim is
Orb,
fun.
orb, energy
Orb is good.
cells, and someone drop another one.
Yeah,
I
Orb,
think
energy
energy
cells.
cells, and what?
I think it's always good to do one of the
Download.
first
Yeah,
three, like either
Download. Yeah, stay away from
yeah.
those three. Stay away from orb, energy cells, and download, and you'll probably be fine. Honestly, dude.
yeah.
I
You
think
definitely want to run one of the first three tac ops, whether it's loot, secure, transmission, because they're like the more easier to bang out. And a lot of times at these tournaments, a lot of people are new or getting into the game, or this is their first big tournament. You don't want to hit them with a hard crit op at the whole event where they're just like, "What the fuck do I got to do? I don't even know. I've never played this mission." Throw them a loot, throw a loot at the boys. You feel me? Let them eat. Let everyone get a little bit of easy.
yeah, and
I
I
think
think
that's
it's not a bad idea if you know you have a bunch of new players, like throw loot in or secure round three when you know your boys are
yeah,
fried, right?
Yeah.
yeah,
Give them
yeah.
stake claim round one, right?
Stay clean
Uh,
is good.
right? Like,
Oh,
oh,
stay claim.
stake claim's just super
Yeah.
fun. Like it's just fun. And I
Yeah.
know I've talked to Alexa. We were supposed to have Alexa on the pod last week, but holiday schedules were all crazy. Um, but we will have Alexa on. He says, oh, there's some teams that like kind of break state claim, but I think that's kind of true of a lot of crit ops. State claim
I
is
think it's
super
fine. Yeah.
fun. High Rocker was saying he's thinking loot, data, then orb. I actually think orb. Now bear with me, Ben, because orb is growing on me because we're in a like riddle me this, Ben Quadrianos. We're in a elite meta right now, right? We really
Yeah.
are.
Yes, sir.
We
It's a
are.
balancing factor.
It's a
a balancing
balancing
factor for the teams that aren't elite.
So I think loot data orb is actually really cool. Maybe think about, because for me, I'm just a vibes guy. I think stake claim has a ton of vibes with it.
It's the best.
So maybe
Stake claim
like
is hands down the best in my opinion.
yeah, maybe loot, stake claim, and orb, and run loot round 3, because you could go and you could go like simple to complex is one way to like organize things. But I think at a tournament, and if you know, hey, this is like we have some new players, our meta is relatively new, put loot at the end, bro, because then it's like, hey, everybody's tired, right? We've been here for 7 hours, and now we just have this simple one where I just push the button on the point and I score. It's not a bad
Correct.
idea. But here's the other
Correct.
thing to keep in mind. If it's awesome that you're being a TO and you're like stepping up and doing the thing. No matter what you do, some guy is gonna be like, "Hey man, fuck orb. Hey, hey dude, loot sucks. Secure's better." Like so, like no matter. And then the other thing is, no matter what you do, people are gonna have a fucking blast. So don't overthink this shit. Like do what you think is cool. And if you have any naysayers and they're like, "Hey, you know, I would have ran your event better." Well, you know what? Fuck you, dude. Run your own event, okay? Like,
Yep.
23 of the people had fun here. Don't let the 24th guy who complains about orb being on the list or whatever, the maps you choose, whatever it is. Like, people are gonna have a good time. He says, "I welcome the heat. Utah is super cold." So he's like, "Hell yeah, we're in."
Yeah. Yeah, stay away from reboot and energy cells, and I honestly think you're probably totally fine.
Yeah, reboot is a little too funky, bro. It's a little too funky.
So you know what I do on reboot? At Worlds, every single game, like I think maybe we played reboot twice, something like that. There's one mission we doubled, and like whenever I play reboot, I just roll a d3. I don't even think about it. I just roll a d3. Because there's number one,
If they
the
don't know my
European
plan.
mind cannot handle you rolling a d3 to decide which one you're gonna do, and then also like, dude, I'm gonna waste way too much time trying to power game this when guess what? It's just a gamble anyways.
Yeah.
So yeah, I'm a big fan of rolling the D3 on reboot. That's what I do.
Hilarious. I think I'm really clever, bro. So I'm always like, you know what, bro? This guy's gonna pick my home point, and he knows that. I'm gonna know
Yep.
that he picks that point, so then I'm gonna pick this point. And then they're like, yeah, your home point's turned off, you idiot. And I'm just like, fuck. Like every time, I'm just like, dude, this is, dude, I could never win that. So maybe I need to pick up the D3 strat
Try it.
because whatever
Try
big
the D3 roll, dude.
whatever
It's
big
awesome.
brain chaos is going on in my mind, it's not working out, bro. It's not working out.
What are you doing all your fake measurements that are now really obvious to me? I'm just like watching you do like
Yeah.
all these
Fake
things.
measuring and shit. Yeah.
What?
That's the area.
Fake measuring. Fake
But-
measuring.
Yeah, you
I
gotta
have
help.
fake measuring. I'll tell you what. I will fake measure. Like sometimes I'll measure something. I'll put the 6-inch down like somewhere else just to gauge. Like, oh yeah, okay, I think I have that charge. Like I have done a fake measurement. I will admit.
The
Yeah.
worst one is you can't fake measure route, which on some maps, like I probably should just know like where the 6-inch line is coming off of the thing, but I'm an idiot sometimes, and I'm like, damn, I really wish I could just see without telling them about the route.
You can
Like, let me just
see.
look at this.
I fake measure route when I don't pick route. That's how you fake measure route. You go, where's that 6-inch line? You're like,
Yeah, you
Nice.
There you go. All right. Okay.
That's a good one.
I'm gonna
That's
play
funny.
recon. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm
I
a big
definitely
fan of
had a-
just putting things down on the table to measure things out. Like whenever I played whenever I played Nemesis Claw, like wherever the ventriloquist is, I just measure the 14 inches all the way around, and I put a dice down like at every curve. I'm like, okay, this is 14 inches. I just put it down. And I tell the guy, like, do you agree? Is this like his threat range? Yeah, it's like cool. I put dice down everywhere, and I just stay out of that. Like if you want to watch a Nemesis Claw player crap their pants, you just measure out you just cuck them by putting down the range of the ventriloquist, and now you know to never go in there, and you're fine. And like route, like I just if I'm actually gonna play route, I just call it. Call your shot, dude.
Yeah.
I'm a fan of also.
They can't stop it
sometimes
most of the time.
when you know BS people, it also sometimes freaks them out in a weird way. Like it just you never know.
Bro, that
The
reminds me.
psychological when you put down dice to measure out the ventriloquist, it's probably so. Just like that would just be like, fuck this.
Your wiener retracts up into your body when I think someone does that to you.
You get real cold.
Dude, that reminds me of Jimmy Kelly at Magnolia. Vaughn could not handle it. He would literally be like, "Oh yeah, I'm playing Plant Beacons." And then he would
Yeah.
just like
Not only that, he goes plant beacons, primary attack, and I'm gonna deploy my whole army. You can do whatever you want. That was I'm deploying my army all in one go. You can do however you want, but I'm just putting them all down. It's like Mr. Big Dick over here, dude. No BS. It's like he's got to be power gaming me. It's got to be a move, and he's just like, yep, I'm just doing this.
Oh
Insane.
my God.
And then he bodies
And always
you.
looking fly as fuck too.
Mhm.
Like fresh to death.
Like, so I know he's playing Plant Beacons, and I can't do anything to stop it. There's nothing I can do.
Nothing. It's
It's almost
just like when he was
crazy.
playing Thogor. When he was playing Thogor with Eric almost cried. He's like, "What do I do? I don't know what to do against him."
I
Eric
actually
had him in a really tight spot
almost
early
had
on,
him.
dude.
Yep.
Eric had the pressure. I remember because I was TOing for that one, and Eric had him like in a pretty tough spot.
I think I frenzied 3 or 4 goats turn 1 because it's second edition. You could do crazy shit like that.
Yeah.
And then it really kind of
Almost had
came
it
down
almost scared.
to the initiative roll. If I had 1 initiative, I could have cleaned up more goats. I lost initiative, and he was able to freely dash because I knew what goats were gonna do to an extent, so I just went hyper aggressive, and so we were just like smashing models into the center of the board. And since he won initiative, he got a blood sense playoff and got like a double kill and left my marksman on like 1 or 2 wounds or something. But it was a close game, at least turn 1, dude. You know, like back then, last edition, turn 1 could be crazy. And I was just
Yeah.
hopping in cursors up. I had my whole team on vantages, dude. I had 1 guy on the ground standing on a point. I had 5 in cursors on vantages, just like nuking, saturate,
Double
shots
shooting
down.
into
Yeah,
those,
just
yeah.
like blasting. And yeah, I got like the shaman, the vandal, and maybe 1 other or 2 other models turn 1, which was pretty crazy because they were like pretty far back. I think 1 dude I
That's
even
huge.
yeah, so it was a close one, but yeah, I know once I lost that initiative, it was like GG's, dude. He just eviscerated my 12 wound boys. Just cooked him, as the kids say. But yeah, man, why don't we take a little break here and jump into our Auspex scan? What do you think, Cam? You got that ready to rock?
Yeah, let me get my screen share.
Auspex scan incoming.
All right, we'll let Cam pull this up here, and I'll get it on the stream. So what do you got today, bro?
So we got Rust Belt Minis. If I follow on Instagram, it's made by Neil Lafort, and he makes these super disgusting, super rad Plague Marine tanks.
This guy rules, dude. This guy rules.
He rules, right? So I actually think I ended up following him because of you. He got recommended to me. I followed him. He followed me, which is cool because people don't really do that. We talked, and then he's got these cool tanks, man. I mean, look how cool. This one looks like a butthole. It's so sick. Yeah, dude. I mean, Plague Marine tanks, you got nothing like this in 40K. The sculpts are just insane. Just imagine, even if you don't care for this disgusting thing that is so heavy metal, just look at these textures and these ridges. Just imagine just dry brushing this thing. I mean, there's a lot more you could do with it. There's so many ways you could paint. There's so much flesh and metal on this, but it just looks so satisfying to dry brush one of these things, dude.
I
So,
think Gabriel painted up one of those tanks on his channel recently.
oh,
Yeah,
really?
Gabriel. Yeah,
Because
great paints.
I wanted to get one. I was actually gonna get one from the early release and just leave it on Ben's desk. I thought he would like it for his Plague Marine fascination.
And baller.
And
I know
Definitely.
he would like this right here, this backside, of this puckered.
Sign me up, dog. Sign me up.
that is Nurgle's sphincter right there, dude. That's what
Yeah,
that
going on
is.
here too. Questionable. I could see Eric having some fun with this guy.
Nurgle's fleshlight. Yes, that's what that is. Yes.
That right there.
I think
That is
the
cool.
the diameter's a little big for me though. I think that'd
Yeah,
be a
it's a whole
problem.
flashlight there.
This
Don't
is a
talk back.
mini, right?
This is
It's a mini. It's a mini. It might be okay. Are these 3D
So
printed?
sick.
No, so they're cast. So he actually hand cuts
Oh,
these
very
in his
cool.
basement, which is even cooler because he documents the whole process. So, like I said, hop in there and check out Rust Belt Minis on Instagram right here at Rust Belt Minis. You can watch the process, and he's working on these things every day, which is so sick. I think his Kickstarter sold out. As you can see right here, he raised 12,000 on the first go, and
Dude,
I think
so awesome. That's so rad, man.
yeah, dude, and he's moving into the next one. So I'm all about the independent creation of just rad shit in this community, and he's not getting messed with by GW in any way, shape, or form. So hell yeah, go Neil.
Oh yeah.
That's pretty cool.
Punk rock, dude.
And for our listeners, it looks like Cam has like 14 tabs open. Just want to throw that out there for the
But yeah, we
Spotify
can.
listeners. Just
But it's been like 2 weeks and you still have 14 tabs open, bro. Like close your fucking tabs, bro.
He's a busy man, dude. He's a busy man. He's got to have those 14 tabs up, dude. Got to have options. Got to have
I
those
got-
options.
I don't know. I donated a car, cars for kids. You know, I'm doing stuff. I'm doing things.
our
Gotta shop.
resident
Stop sharing.
philanthropist, Cameron Maratis, the one and only.
Oh yeah.
The one and only, dude.
Our
We love
hero.
him. We love him, and I love Cam, and that's why I talk so much shit, because that's my love language.
You guys
Uh,
haven't even seen the group chat, so if I disappear, it's because Eric hurt me really bad.
Yeah.
To,
I'm
to
relentless.
piggyback on the Rust Belt Minis thing, I just think it's so sick. Like there is something like people obsess about having like crazy detailed sculpted models, like the new stuff that comes out from GW. It's obviously incredible, like sculpts. Like these digitally sculpted minis, they're awesome. They're very sharp. The details are crazy. But there's something that you and I like in the past like couple of years, I really fell in like I've seen so many Primaris Space Marines come across my desk in like the past 3 years of my life. Like I I see them in my sleep. I can't escape them. But when you see a mini in your hand, like okay, like for example, I have a plague toad right on my desk here. When I look at this, yeah, it's super sick. You can see that somebody sculpted this out of some medium with a tool. Like it is some you cannot replicate that with the new stuff. Like yeah, the designs are crisp and they're awesome. They look great. But when you're holding a mini in your hand, that somebody like some nerd sat at a desk and sculpted this out of green stuff, like it just you can't. It's so rad, dude. It has so much character. Like I am 100% for hand sculpted minis. Like, do they have less detail? Yeah. Is the scale sometimes goofy? Yeah. But like some freaking nerd made that, and that's really cool to me.
That is
Dude,
dope.
100%. And I don't think we see it enough in the games that we play. I don't see a lot of
100%.
not a proxying. I think Trench Crusade gets a lot of it, a game that none of us play. I've always been interested in it. I see a ton of hand sculpted models going around on the Instagram for Trench Crusade stuff. And
cool.
I know it's probably super popular in like D&D and role-playing type games where you have like just the coolest one sculpted model that you're using for your character. But yeah, dude, super cool.
Sweet. Well, thanks for sharing, dude. And Rust Belt Minis, right, is what we're. If you guys want
We'll
to check that out.
tag him on Instagram and get him out. It also reminds me too of the Lord of Skulls that we all spec'd a few weeks ago. Remember that one? The hands,
Yeah,
the
those
skull
models were crazy.
Chaos
They were,
Marines,
like,
dude.
very
Oh,
metal. Yeah, very very dope.
cool stuff. And the scale is like made to be, I guess, like actual scale kind of stuff. The models are much longer. They don't look anything like a
Yeah.
Primaris Marine. Thank God.
Yeah.
That's been our
Yeah.
Primaries are cool. I think primaries are cool.
They're
I've
cool.
just seen a lot of them. You know what I mean? I've just seen a lot.
Yeah,
Of them.
they are
I like
everywhere.
the Primaris. That's what kills me. I miss the old helmets. I miss the beak helmet and just the classic Space Marine helmet. I don't like the Primaris faceplate as much.
You know what kit is really cool? The new Space Wolf Killteam kit. Oh my god.
Yeah,
Have you seen those bits? Like the chest rigs? Oh, those kits are good.
the kill team models are always really well sculpted. I think
They're insane. Yeah.
we have Eric, when we were talking a little bit ago, when I was playing in that TTS match, Vaughn was in there. Vaughn was talking about the AOS models being so cool, which is true. Great
Very
sculpts,
true.
always AOS. And but then we talked about Felgor, how great the sculpts are on the Felgor models. And
Very
you know,
true.
I'm painting and building my Felgor right now, and they just not only did they build so perfectly, they went together like smooth as butter, and then you're painting them, and there's just so much room for detail, so much sick stuff. Ben, you have a really awesome painted Felgor team that you did
You do?
so many cool textures and details on. Like that had to be a joy to paint.
Yeah, like I've heard this so many times. I've heard this time and time again from like everybody. If you anybody that's built or painted them just says, I mean, this kit is beautiful. So like props to whichever set of nerds designed that. I think I said this on the KTC podcast when Felgar dropped. It looks to me like the Age of Sigmar team probably worked on that. Like it just looks so good. Yeah. It's
I wonder
incredible.
if they keep them in for a lot of the kill team stuff because I feel like the kill team sculpts are all very unique now.
Yeah.
They seem to be one-off stuff. All the last releases have been great. The poses are dynamics. I mean, are dynamic. Look at the Goremongers kit, how dynamic those poses are.
Yeah.
I don't
Awesome.
like the team, but the poses are sick. Sanctifiers, hate them, but they look great.
Sanctifiers
Yeah.
are sick models, dude. They're
Mm-hmm.
super cool models. Like I can't deny that, even though in their heyday, you know, I was definitely lead of the Sanctifier hate train, all aboard this train to hate Sanctifiers when they were their at first release. Which there's a
Yeah,
pattern. There's a pattern, I think, of me being number one hater on elves, number one hater on Sanctifiers, number one, So maybe that's a me problem, but and we're all marine enjoyers here in some way,
Yeah.
shape, or form.
Yeah.
And I know, George, you're doing straight up Space Wolf, Space Puppies for your Wolf Scouts, right?
Yeah. I made all dynamic poses pretty much except the leader, but the leader is the out of the box pose pretty much. Everyone else is not posed like the kit, and I'm probably gonna build out a few warriors.
Did you use green stuff or did you just use like your mass of Space
So,
Marine bits?
well, no. So for the 5 space wolves that came in the kit, I built all the specialists except the priest and a warrior. I used that dude in PhoBros armor that has the sword, like in the hoodie. He's
Oh,
like
the
Oh, the
librarian.
librarian, that's a dope model.
so I used him, and then I got the Rune Priest backpack and cut it down the little lip. First, I tried using an extra backpack that came in the Space Wolf army set, that for one of the blood claws or something. I tried fitting it the new that pelt on the backpack and cutting it down, couldn't fit it. So I just cut that pelt apart and green stuff the rest of the fur onto the librarian's backpack,
Nice.
and then I gave him the arm from the priest that came in the Space Wolves army. I gave him that bonking stick with the fur shoulder pad.
The boots with the fur.
No, the shoulder pad. That was the shoulder.
Looking at her.
But
Yeah.
and then I just bashed another random phobos. But I have a few extra. My boy Easton, shout out Easton, send me some bodies. I'm gonna get some extra Space Wolf bodies, and I have extra bits there. So
Nice. Nice. What are
Cool,
you
man.
doing, Ben? Because you're
Yeah.
probably not doing Space Puppies, right?
Yeah,
No.
so I am number one Space Wolf haters. I think Space Wolves, in my limited knowledge,
let me
like
get your
I know
bits.
a little bit about the lore. I think Space Wolves, hands down, the lamest founding legion. I think they're so freaking like I like Vikings, I like wolves, I like these things, but Space Wolves and their baby blue, I hate them. I hate everything about them. I hate everything about these guys. So I'm doing but I love that you love them, George. I love that you're a Space Wolf enjoyer. But I personally am not. And so I'm
Hold on,
doing World
hold on.
Eaters. Actually, I have some of them here.
Don't start this live. I'm a Blood Angel Salamander player. This kid is raw. You
Yeah.
gonna tell me this kid isn't cool?
You're just feeling a little furry. It's okay. We
Oh
all
my
go through it at some point. So I'm doing some World Eaters. So like it's impossible to
course.
see here, but
Of
this is
course
my
you're making
my
World
wizard,
Uh-huh.
and he's got like a skull and a chain instead of the runes or whatever.
Mm.
And I've got like this is my combat medic. He's got the whatever the bracer is called. I forget what it's called. I forget what it's called. Anyways, then I'll have a flesh hound to bounce around. So I'm doing world eaters because I'll do like a bloodstorm or something like that. Um, but if I know myself, I will build these guys to 85%, and then they'll just sit and rot. That's probably what's going to happen because I have a bad habit of having a sick idea, because I have a flesh hound here, like cool, instead of the little baby wolf loser, I have a cool flesh hound, but I probably won't finish it. I'm just gonna call my shot. I probably won't finish it. That's what I'm doing.
Isn't it
You already
funny?
did finish one Wolves team that was featured on the front page of a GW article, though.
Oh yeah, that was pretty cool. That was pretty sick.
I
Yeah,
think that is like
I'm excited
epic.
about that
I
one.
didn't even hear it from you. I just saw it on Warcom before I even knew you had done it. And then I'm reading the article, and the first picture, it's like, oh, this is Ben Campbell. I'm like, oh my god. And they happen to be like, in my opinion, they were the best painted looking.
Ah, too kind, too kind. There were some other really super sick ones on there.
There were some really sick
Thank
ones,
you.
but that red plasma really just crushed it. And then when I saw it in person, I was like, wow, this actually does look as amazing as I thought it did. No,
Thank you, dude.
yeah, it was,
What a gentleman.
Get a room, guys. Jeez.
What are you planning on doing for your World Scouts, Cameron? I think you mentioned it already.
Oh, Cam's got the dopest proxy of all time.
Go ahead, Cam.
Cameron's pulling on my heartstrings with this whole idea.
Yeah, so I went Iron Snakes. I got all the stuff. I have the cool. I don't have it right here. I wish I could show it. I have the coolest water worm proxy that is a 1980s GW fantasy model that just barely fits on the oval base, but is perfect for if you know Iron Snake's lore. You know they come from a water planet where they hunt these water worms. Ithaca. Kind of like Dune vibes, but on a water planet is kind of how I imagine their whole kind of lore scheme a little bit, which is cool. And yeah, they have this awesome water worm proxy. And then the actual models themselves, I'm just cutting all the wolf stuff off of them and replacing it with different serpent things that I've bought off the internet. But as is tradition, I probably won't get around to this for like 2 or 3 months because I'm still painting Felgor because I really like my Felgor paint scheme I'm working on, but they take forever.
That's great, man.
Yeah, thanks. And then I have all this Legion stuff. I actually just sent a picture to Eric and our other buddies earlier. It was like, look at this pile of gray plastic garbage that I've created for myself.
Bro,
Go ahead, Eric.
I gotta give you major props. How proud I am of you for putting paint on the Legion models that fast. For
Yeah,
our
dude.
listeners out there, you guys do not understand. Cameron has no ability to drop his standards in any way for his painting. So he will be on a project until his eyes and fingers bleed, dude. And that's why your stuff looks so sick. And that's why my stuff looks so mediocre. My stuff is designed to be looked at 3.5 feet away. Okay? My stuff looks pretty cool from 3.5 feet away. Don't get any closer, please. Please, sir, step back. I need you to step back. Uh, but like, you made your Legion stuff look good on the table. And that is a major
In like a day?
milestone
Like how many
for
hours of
you, my
painting?
friend.
I think that was like 4 hours. And
Yeah,
it helped
they look
that
great.
So, the airbrush saves. I think for the Army games, thank you for pointing that out, Eric. And I think if you're doing Army game stuff, you do a little couple sprays of the airbrush, build up some shadows and light. And then I did some oil washing, which Ben put me on, and then a little bit of highlights, and I called it a day.
Yeah.
Yeah, and like the cool thing about the Legion models is it's kind of the same thing with Middle Earth models. Is like they're cool. Don't get me wrong, they're cool, but in a beautiful way. There's not a lot going on. It's like you can only do so much to these models. Like the scale is a little bit different, and there's just not so much going on, which I love. I love that there's not a million details to paint. So like you can only kind of do so much, in my opinion.
Yeah.
I completely agree.
I
When
mean,
you
a
look
lot
at
of the
them,
models are just like clone troopers or the droids. They're like what 2-3 colors at most, and you add like a dash of paint, red paint this way for like a squad marking or something. But
Yeah,
Yeah.
Rebels are like the outlier. Everything else is like
oh no,
mostly
yeah,
one
Rebels
color.
is you got like all these alien heads on your Rebels. Do you have different aliens on yours, or yeah?
I do, and I didn't paint any of those for this past tournament, but
I
I'll
would
just
imagine.
some like oil washing in different colors to make them look like they're a little bit different in some sort of way. I won't go crazy. I did decide like randomly on Saturday morning at 6 a.m. to paint a nosebleed on one rebel. And
It was what a beautiful touch that was. It's just like those little sick details. I love that. That was awesome.
detail, but like so dumb in a way because it literally will never matter. But
No,
that
but
was
it's
like
sick. It's a cool thing. Like they're your war Barbies, bro. And
oh yeah,
and like that's what it's all about, bro. It's all about like these are my war dolls, and I will take these dolls into battle, and they're gonna look sick while I do it, you know? And so
Definitely.
you know that that guy just got fisticuffs with a stormtrooper, you know? Just
Oh,
took a,
fuck.
you know, AT-AT fucking laser bolt, just
Still
blasted in front
standing
of his
there.
face, dude, and just concussed him, you know? Like whatever it is. Like you know it's sick, and that's why we play this game, because
He's
we think
cold.
this shit's cool, you know?
He's walking.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm gonna
You have
miss 85% of my red saves, but I'm damn sure gonna look good while I do it. You know what I mean?
Yeah, dude, holy shit.
I'm
Yeah.
painted some crazy squad markings. To one point, I was like, "How did you do this?" And he was like, "Oh, just with like a really tiny brush." And I was like, "There was a little triangle tidbits you added on that guy's brow above the black line of the helmet. Like that was a crazy detail that was so well done, dude. Like so sick."
It's much easier than it looks. Thank you. There's very little skill involved.
Oh man, you'll have to teach me that one. That looked skill.
So I think we're coming up on an hour, and we want to keep this one as close to an hour as possible. So let's roll in. I know George, you kind of blew your load a little bit on your play of the week, but let's see if we got any plays of the week from everybody here.
Oh, I got to play of the week.
Play of the week.
George is
What
too
do you
excited.
got? What do you got,
George
Ben?
is
What's your play of
So
the week? Is it Kill Team or
my play of the
Legion?
week, it's Kill Team. I'll buy some time for George to think. So my kill or my play of the week is, hey, look, I rolled good. That's my play of the week. Okay,
Ooh.
so I was playing Wolf Scouts on Into the Dark, and I was playing Rekkas, and I was like, all right, I need to play. Or it wasn't in the dark; it was Tomb World, whatever. And like, I need to play Wolf Scouts. I need to see how this goes. Like, I need to sort of develop like what do I need to do in these guys, because I can't charge them as much as I want to. Like, and the cracks, they're gonna turn off piercing once, so I just got to figure things out. And so last activation of turn one, I just full send my squig, and I'm like, okay, if I can get initiative here, he's gonna stop one squig with his wolf, but my other squig, I have to choose where he wants to go. It's cool, whatever. So I yeet my squig in, avoiding the marksman track target. So he's got a marksman, and this is Matt, by the way. He's got a marksman on one, and the wizard on the door. And so I just full send, like, hey, if I win initiative, I'm gonna just try and blow up on both these guys. So I win the initiative, I send it in, charge, blow up on myself, live. That's always a great start. Like that's about as much as you can hope for with the squig. So I charge in, blow up, I live, and my bomb squig absolutely soloed both the wizard and the marksman right off the board, right at top of turn two. So it's like, I need to learn something in this game. I
You're
learned
not learning
nothing in the
anything.
game.
You're like, I
I won
guess.
the game top of turn two because I rolled a crits like a maniac, and it's like, well, okay. I mean, I guess I win, but we can play the rest out for fun if you want.
You're like, let's see,
It's
if I
against Matt.
roll
Yeah,
fives on
yeah.
lethal fives all the
I
time,
win. You
I will
just win.
beat the best team in the game. It's like
You're both
very
dead.
astute
Yeah.
information, yeah.
I had like a free night, and so I was like, "Hey, Matt, you want to meet up at the shop at like 11 o'clock, like just to get a quick game in?" He's like, "Yeah, sure, man." And so like, I dragged him here at 11 p.m. to just dumpster him with stupid dice rolls. It was so dumb. So that was my play of the week. I rolled good. How about that?
There you
Nice.
go.
What do you
I
got,
got
Cam?
one. I got one, and it's actually just me. This is my blunder of the week. How about this? We don't usually do this one. Blunder of the week. I just played a TTS match literally right before we got jumped on here. It was the last round for me for Eric's TTS league. I did win the game. It was Felgor into Brood Bros, which is historically just a really bad match for Brood Bros.
Yeah.
But me not playing Kill Team that much recently, I let my opponent stun my Toxhorn not once, but twice,
My
and
God.
never failed it. And it
Oh,
is
and
the
you
one
forgot that he couldn't be stunned.
Tox. No, I know he doesn't get stunned.
And you know what
Just for
is the
Google.
guy you played mains Felgor? How did he not know that? This is the
Oh,
this
well,
is the blunder of both Felgor players, because Spoon's a good guy. He's one of the
yeah,
guys
yeah.
in our Florida
He also
Discord.
was like, he was like, well, you know what the difference though was? It was that it was an APL. He was looking at it as like he had his Magus, whatever that model is, do the stun from the head, and he thought like, oh, the Toxhorn just ignores stun specifically, not all APL modifiers, which does make
Mm.
sense in a way. But no, the card reads it's all APL modifiers.
Yeah, no, that was
Yeah.
just too two yahoos, a Texan and a Floridian, meet on TTS and forget how the rules of their favorite team works, dude. That is.
But we both really even made this team, which makes it even funnier. We were just like, and it also like really affected the game because like my Toxhorn had double kill potential twice that he just didn't get, and yeah, he just sat with 1 HP like a dummy. So
That is pretty funny. George,
but
you
yeah,
got
shout out
anything?
to Spoon. His name's Josh. He actually is going to be coming to one of our Florida events. He said this year.
Oh,
He's got
sick.
family in Florida, so he's in Texas. He's been grinding, playing Kill Team, mostly on TTS because I guess he doesn't have a ton of people to play with in person. So he is gonna be showing up at some point here. So if you're listening, Josh, come on out, dude. I had a pleasure playing him tonight too. We had a really fun game, and it was a 1 point game at the end. So you can't really nothing better in Kill Team than a super close game. It came down to me scoring 1 extra on the crit up.
That's sick, dude.
Only thing better than that is dumpstering somebody with rolling a bunch of 5s.
Yeah,
That's about the only way it gets better. It's a landslide because you rolled good. That's the only way it gets better.
I think that's super cool that Spoon's been in the Discord for relatively brief amount of time. But I think it's really cool that our community is growing to the point, that we're just having random people. We're getting the refugees of Command Point.
Yeah.
They're like, hey
People
man,
people are seeking the Florida boys out. Like, I'm not gonna lie. At first, we got a bunch of folks who are like not from Florida in the Florida Kill Team server, and I felt some type of way about it a little bit. I was like, just because you want to protect the circle, protect the herd. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
And but no, it's these sort of people are seeking asylum with the Florida brothers, and our reputation is starting to precede us a little bit. Like when people, like I know Matt's heard this a bunch, like, oh, you play with the Florida guys. I hear they're a real hoot. I hear they're a bunch of good time at Charlie's, and
We
so it's
have a
pretty
good
cool.
time. We have a good time. So
I think the reputation not only being a very competitive and very good scene, like people know, like, oh, the Florida guys, oh, they're very good at this game. But the better part is everyone knows that we're a lot of fun. So
Yeah. Let's walk this back. Our reputation, it's never, oh man, I hear you guys are super sick. It's always,
that's true.
man, I hear you guys are really fun. I think we're working on the other part, but we are for sure really fun.
We're like, they're like, I heard Landon's really good.
Yeah, I heard
But
Landon's
damn,
good.
those other 200 guys y'all have that hang
really
out
fun.
across the whole state,
Yeah.
they're pretty dope. They're pretty dope guys.
And what do you call Landon here?
He's the child king,
Lando.
the warrior prodigy, Lando. Yeah, and of course, he picks up a Legion, plays one game, and then gets second at our tournament. No big
Yeah, what a
deal. It's
loser.
just
What a
like what
freaking loser.
this is what he does,
Landon.
bro.
What a loser.
You
The
got it.
first Legion game, I hear him behind me. I'm sitting there and I hear him. He's like walking somebody through the crazy meta plays that he already pulled off in his now second game of Legion, where he tabled
him. He
opponent.
tabled his opponent turn 1.
Yeah. And
This
he's just
nice, very nice old man who's like never played at all. He has to go into Lando turn 1, and Lando just board wipes him, dude.
Yep. Oh gosh, dude. And then you got Ron in the Discord, and Ron's like, Landon's like messaging Ron in the public Discord, like, I'm coming for you, Ron. I want to play you. And Ron's like, no, why? Like, I'm not playing you. Why would I want to play you? It's like, hey, you really don't want to. Like, Landon's a different breed. Landon's proved more than just a different breed by just being good at every game he plays, I guess.
Yeah.
Definitely.
For sure. Dude.
For my play of the week, Eric, I actually have another play. So my leader charge on the mid
let me guess.
board.
Did he charge, kill a bunch of shit, and not die?
Oh,
he lived on 1 wound when he should have died. Is that your play of the week?
So he charged the one orc.
I love you, George. I love you, man.
On the center point, fucking murdered that dude in fighting. Pistoled the double fist guy. Pistoled the other double fist guy. Right, took him down. And then my opponent, I told him what the team did before the game started, but he charged in his hammer boy, and he's like, "Oh, that's it. I'm gonna do this. Kill everybody, dude." He's like, "You're dead." I'm like, "I'm actually not, man. Remember, I don't die. I kind of stay alive."
So I was right. So I was absolutely right. That's exactly what happened.
You died. Took out 3 orcs, single mid-board. Cat. My leader has a mustache, and he's well deserved of that stash. That is
Oh
Epic.
yeah.
Nice. I got a short play of the week, so I've been trying to make Chaos Cults work, which are not my play style. It has been a struggle, and I'm not sure if I like them or not, but I have been having fun at least playing them. And so I was going into Rattlings. By the way, guys, new Rattlings. Have y'all experienced new Rattlings?
So that was my last game to get out of my pod was Rattlings on Tomb World, and
Oh,
it's a great player Jess Boone. But yeah, new Rattlings, especially on some of these Tomb World maps, kind of crazy, dude. I lost it. Like I lost it.
bro, the
Stan
Raider.
played him yesterday. Stan played him at my house yesterday, and he's like, "Oh, do you remember George? Why I don't play Rattlings? It's because they're terrible and I hate them, or I'm terrible and I hate them." I was like, I thought they had gone better now.
I think they're probably
They are
hard to
better.
play because you have six fucking wounds, bro. And a lot of your stuff has heavy. And I think another
Yeah.
part of it too is where like we're in an elite meta where most people are doing 5 to 7
Well,
decisions a
yeah.
turn plus counteract, but then you're like, oh, okay, I got what, 11 models or 12 models, and now I have to decide on a Scarper after every single activation. I'm basically doing like I'm making 17 to 22 decisions a turn or something with
Yeah.
Scarper. Like it's a lot of brain load, you know. So that's
Yeah, he was
what I
coming off
noticed
for
with my
Ravener,
opponent.
so
Yeah, so it's like, dude, you're making a lot of decisions, right? And you got to know the
yeah.
sequencing. But like my opponent, the new Raider is crazy. The slingshot homie,
Yeah,
parkour
it's
dude.
wild.
He turn two, he's basically on. There was a L-shaped ruin faced, you know, so you're exposed, right? Like not giving me. This was one of the custom fucked maps that I made that we were playing on. So there's an L-shaped ruin in the drop zone. Doesn't give you cover if you stand on it, right, to look into the center of the map. But he just slingshots on there and shoots down into my drop zone. Because I'm playing Chaos Cults, like I'm not moving. So turn two,
Ooh.
he just goes in, shoots my Mind Witch. I have to use my Justice Scratch to keep my Mind Witch alive. Uh, turn two, which is like very depressing as a Chaos Cult player. You're like, that's not what I wanted to use that for. I wanted to go ham against Ogrins or something, and like Justice Scratch when you hit me with whatever. So I have my Mind Witch on one wound. I throw my a mutant up there because I had a 9-inch charge. I had the plus 1-inch charge. Threw the mutant and basically wailed on that on the raider and just left him there on 2 wounds. And I had never really. The reason I bring this up because I've never really had this type of wombo combo with the demagogue before because I'm just learning the team. My last activation, I had the demagogue tell that mutant to kill the Raider. Just needs one hit. I
Dude,
have accurate 2 up,
transform. Yeah.
right? Well, it's he's already a mutant, so I get him to kill.
Oh, okay,
Yep,
gotcha.
because that's how I got up there. I had the extra inch from being a mutant. I killed him, then I paid a CP and gave him wings. Then I had the demagogue tell the mutant to 3-inch charge. Now that he has wings, he ignores the drop, and I charged into his grenadier, who had come up super aggressive and gotten a double kill on 2 of my guys with a grenade. And then I saved that mutant in melee because he had one more activation of an Ogren or a sniper or something. I think it was a sniper actually that would have shot me. So I had him dash and ignore the drop, tie himself up in melee with that grenadier, and then both the I had 3 torments the next turn that were already tied up in melee because I
That's
had
sick, dude.
so that was like my sickest play that I've ever done with Chaos Cults. Super close game. I barely squeaked out a 1 point score because my buddy just misunderstood the crit op, honestly, like which isn't like that. It doesn't like feel great that you're like, oh,
Best way to win.
you
Best way to
thought it
win.
was one thing and it's a different thing. So like you're like, oh, I probably would have done that later. Yeah, sorry, dude. But that was finally kind of seeing the light of like, okay, there's some cool stuff that you can do with Chaos Cult. It's just a lot of setup and tough, dude. I don't know if I don't think I'm gonna ever love Chaos Cults, but I'm starting to like them more as I play them. The models are sick, dude. The models are really cool.
Another one where the sculpts are so good, especially the torments, dude. Like
Yeah.
crazy awesome sculpts. I don't, yeah,
Yeah, the
another
Torments
one.
are one of those models that I tend to just kind of like pick them up and look at. Like I'm not
Yeah,
doing that with a
go
fucking
on, dude.
Primaris Marine. I love Marines, bro. Even
Yeah.
a Reaver Marine. I'm not like, wow, dude, this guy standing on a rock with a gun and a blade. Whoa. You look at the torment, you're like, holy shit, there's a beast, a chaos beast, ripping out of this dude's chest. Like
Yeah, it's
this
awesome.
looks crazy, bro. Uh, but cool, we're hitting I got us at just over an hour. Perfect time to wrap up with our final segment, That's Heresy. Before we jump into this, of course, we always have our guest participate here. Who wants to participate? Any takers?
I did last week, so one of you guys rock it up.
George, you want you or me to take this?
You go ahead and take it.
All right, cool. So what we're going to talk about here on none other than That's Heresy.
That's heresy, brother.
We're going to talk about dice rolling. So some people, they only take dice in the tray, right? And other people, dice falls out of the tray, it's no big deal. So are dice outside the tray heresy, or is only taking dice in the tray heresy? What do you think, Ben?
So I feel very strongly about this. I feel very strongly about most things. But if you accept a dice result outside of the dice tray, you are a mutant freak. And you need to go back to Killteam school, Warhammer school. I feel very strongly about this. Dice in the dice box only.
But why? Just cause?
Okay. So we're going right into it. So
Yeah.
there is, you know what's important? A standard. It's important to have a standard. When we play this game, we are engaging in a social contract that I want to play a game above board with you. I want to play my best. I want you to play your best. I don't want to worry about, is this guy trying to cheat me? Is this guy trying to scam me and take the better result of two like accidents? Setting a standard of play is important. How about this? What if you get to use a 6-inch ruler, but I get to bring my homemade ruler that I think is fun, but guess what? It's 6.5 inches. No, there's a standard by which we play these games. And so when I say, hey man, when my dice rolls out, no matter what the result is, I'm going to re-roll it. You know what that says about me? It says, I'm not trying to scam you, dude. If I roll a 6, I'll pick up that 6, I'll re-roll it into a 1, and I will take that result like a man, because it is a standard of play that we are, when we engage in this contract, we are signing up to play an above board game with rules. Well, what if I show up naked? What would I show up to the next Kill Team game butt ass naked, dude? Standards are important.
You know what's heresy?
Re-rolling.
You want to know what's heresy? You want to know what's heresy?
What's heresy?
The god of chance himself. You spit in his face. When that dice is rolled, it is rolled, brother. All right? And if it rolls outside my tray and it's a 1 or it's a 6, I have to, you got to accept the result of the roll. We can't just say that 6 I rolled was no good because I have a really shallow tray and it's very bouncy and I have dice that bounce out of them all the time and it's super loud and it wakes up people that are sleeping inside the house, Cameron. If you throw a dice in a tray and it goes in the tray, it goes outside the tray, that dice is rolled and you're just spitting in the face of the god of chance. And that's the standard. That's the standard that you're missing. At what point do we decide that we spit into the god of chance? That's what I say, and that's why that's heresy.
Well, I gotta ask Ben. And then I have no opinion here. But if someone is rolling, yeah, it's heresy. But if someone's rolling in the tray, Ben's first.
Oh, we lost Ben, which is a super shame. But this actually, that was like the hardest thing for me to argue against that I've actually had on the show so far.
What do you mean we lost Ben? He's just gone?
Well, he's frozen. I'm a solution here. Jeff says use dice towers.
He's in the storm.
Yeah,
Why
he's
was
in
it
the storm.
what if someone rolls
He's
like
also
3 times
frozen.
and it's bouncing out and they keep re-rolling it? Like how many times do you get to re-roll the die
Yeah,
after
I was gonna say that. So if your tray bounces out, like you're gonna get like 4 rerolls because it keeps bouncing.
No, because none of those so here's the thing. I'm actually a very much inside the tray person. And it's the fact that what Ben said, you accept only results that are inside the tray. And there we go. I was about to disconnect Ben because there he is. There he is.
Power out. Anyway, I'm back. So if you not having an opinion on re-rolling dice is even worse than choosing to sit in the face. Plant your flag and make a decision to be somebody. Are you somebody, or are you nobody? You are somebody, and you deserve to be a somebody. Plant your freaking flag in the earth and make a stand, make a decision about who you are.
Yeah, and I think
Anyway,
what,
what was your question?
well, we were just kind of chatting about
How many times can you re-roll a die if it bounces out? Because I've had it happen where I only accept the rolls in the tray, but I had someone get very upset with me sometime because I rolled and one bounced out. I re-rolled it and it bounced out again. And they were like, "Well, you can't just keep re-rolling the same die." And I was like, "Well, it's not in the tray." And
I've
then it
rolled
was
it 0 times actually because it didn't
yeah.
matter.
But
Nothing
for
mattered
people that
what
don't
was in the tray.
now at this point they're like, well, now you're just getting free re-rolls. And it's like, well, it depends. Like the first time I rolled a crit and I re-rolled it because it bounced out. Even though it was a crit, I didn't take it. So I'm hurting myself in a way.
I think that yeah, it's important, and this was something that you and I actually talked about early on in your kill team career, if you want to
Oh
call
yeah,
it
because when
that,
I
right?
first started, I was loosey goosey with it. I was like, I'll
Yeah,
take it or I won't.
yeah, and I was like, hey man, I don't really care what you do, actually. Like, if you want to take results outside the tray, I'm actually cool with that. But you have to take all the results outside the tray. Or you can play how I play, and I only take what's inside the tray. So we can just come to an agreement, and you can be like, hey, we're going to take all the results inside the tray, or we're going to take any result, and the God of Chance will just give us what he gives us every time, right? But and so I think it's important to get on level with your opponent, and it'll
Yeah.
definitely
No,
help eliminate the feel bad that you had because whoever you were playing didn't necessarily feel the same way about the inside the tray that like we do, you know? And George kind of brought it up. How many times do I get to re-roll a die if I roll it outside the tray 47 times? You know, of course there's some point where you're like, "All right, bro. How are
Just
you
choking at the trash
how
like,
are
dog,
you
I did it
missing the
again.
tray this many times?" Like it's at that point to me it's not even about re-rolls. It's like, bro, you've just rolled like you gotta just for the love of God, for like the pace of the game, can you keep it in the tray, dude? Like it's for me, it's not
I
even about
think
rerolls.
the first time I played Matt, he rolled all his dice just straight on the board. Like he was just board rolling. And
That sounds like Matt.
I was like, what are you doing? No, find a tray. Don't do this to me. You need to
Hmm.
roll in a box or in a circle. He's like, nope, gonna roll right here.
I have
yeah,
to
I had one
admit,
guy doing that to me at Legion, and I was like, "Are you just throwing like 10 dice just right here in all the models?" And they were just like, "Yeah, yoink!" like here's 12 dice across all of your minis.
I'm not even gonna lie, I forgot my dice tray at the Legion tournament, so I had to do that.
Oh,
I
you
was
got
also doing that. I was also doing it.
But it's
What did
also the
you
Yeah.
do?
fact that they're like it is what it is at that point. I don't have a
yeah.
dice tray to roll in and out of whatever these things land on, bro. Maybe that's why we were so cursed, Ben.
We didn't have a
we were
dice tray.
we were actually spitting in the gods of Chance's face,
Yeah.
dude.
We
And
were mongrels. We were just
we
mongrels.
were just mongrels, just rolling like, oh, I got
Uh,
a flamethrower. This is
Yeah.
14 black dice, like on the board, and you're just like, nah, bro,
No.
you're not
My
getting that, bro.
Warfire dice tray is very bouncy, I will say. Like, I don't know, Ben. When I throw one in it, they just throw out. Eric said my dice tray is loud. It's a Warpfire one, so he's shooting
They are
shots.
loud. The warp fire
Yeah.
ones are loud, but they are cheap. That's the thing.
You gotta.
They're cheap, and they are a little bit loud. But it is a clack. If you're
It's a nice
if you're
clap. Yeah,
if you're of the clacking persuasion, it is a nice clack.
I like the clack, and all my stuff matches because I have all the Warpfire swag for all my little
Warp
things.
gear.
Yeah. All my gear is
Warp gear.
warped up.
I think
So
what you got to do, bro, you need to go to Hobby Lobby, get some green felt, cut it out, and glue it down in that tray. It's still gonna give you
then
some
I'll
clack,
but then
right?
I'll block the cool warp fire symbol.
Oh, it does have the
You just
warp
gotta
fire
cut
in the
out. You
center.
gotta cut out your own black warp symbol to put on top of the other felts.
Six,
Yeah.
dude. I can finish painting a team in 3 months. You think I have time to do that? You think I have time to felt knits and cut and snip? No.
Oh man, but yeah,
Before we move off this dice conversation, I do have to share because I had this crazy interaction with an absolute bogan at Worlds. Shout out to Dan C. I played him at Worlds, and he actually came to Florida when we played another game recently. So he came out and hung out with Florida boys, you know. So total props. He's a lovely dude. But before we start the game, he goes, "All right, mate. Before we get going, just so you know, when I roll dice, I keep the results of everything that bounces out. Like, just boom, big dick on the table. Like, I'm going to play like an absolute barbarian. I am an uncouth, savage mongrel, and this is how I'm going to play this game." And it threw me for a loop, dude. Like, it broke my brain. It's insane. But like, at least it's a standard. If
it
you
is a
rock
standard.
up and you say, "This is how I'm playing it," you have the wrong standard, but you at least have a standard and a code of ethics that at the end of the day you can hold your nuts on the fact that I keep all my dice that bounce out.
I agree.
And that's something.
I agree. That's what you got to do. And most people these days, I think, do play in the tray results only.
Yeah.
And that's the thing, when you play like that, it, you know, like a man of honor, you see that dice. I try and scoop the dice up before it even gets a result. So not just for my opponent, but also for me, because I don't even want to see the 6, bro.
Yeah.
I don't want them to see the 1 either. I don't want them to have to be like, "Oh, you're just re-rolling ones." No, dude.
Yep.
I'm re-rolling everything, right? So like I try and just snatch it off the table as soon as I can. But like it always just feels bad when you're like, because of course, like most people, I'm super superstitious, which makes no fucking sense at all. But I'm like, yeah, that was. I'm running out of 6s now. I just rolled another 6 on the table, dude. Like, how many more 6s are in there? Well, there's 1 out of 6 every time, you fucking moron. But it's equal chance every time you roll the die, actually. But still, there's some juju in there. There's some dark magic that like you gotta respect, or you just every person that plays a dice game, there's like some belief in there, you know, which is
My
kind of
Templar
funny.
dice. They only roll 5s and 6s.
Those things are
Those
insane.
things are cracked as hell, dude. I
Yeah.
hate those things.
Yeah.
Yeah, those things are nasty. The first time me and you played, they were disgusting.
Just Crit City, dude. Crit City.
Bro,
was
I
Crit City.
I borrowed your PhoBros with those dice, and it was gross on my side. I was just like,
They're rounded edges, Ben. They're
leap
not
of
your
5.
favorite.
No, those are square, aren't they?
Yeah, they're square, dude.
They're square. They're
Oh, they
super
square?
square. Yeah, they're super square.
They're-
I know
guy
because I'm a
goes on
round
dice.
guy. I'm a round guy,
He doesn't
so
have
I'm
an
like,
opinion. He doesn't have an opinion on where to roll and keep dice, and he doesn't even know his own dice. This guy's a wild man.
I know nothing.
oh
I'm just here.
man. But
That's funny.
we're getting a little long here, so I think it's a good time to wrap it up. It was fun. I had a blast with
Oh yeah.
all you boys. Thanks for coming on, Ben. And
Anytime, dude. Anytime.
yeah, dude, shout out just the Florida squad in general. And if you guys want to join us, you know, come in our Discord, start getting to know some of the guys, and come out to our events, because Crucible next year, it's gonna be next fall or late summer, more like it, right? It's gonna be sick, dude. It's gonna be in a new event, and then we have all the Warpfire events, which are really
Coming up.
sick. Yeah,
They're starting to brew up.
the new shop in Warpfire.
Yeah.
What was that, Cam?
So
Pretty sick.
the Magnolia tickets are live for sale
Yeah.
now.
They're
So,
alive,
like,
yeah.
We have one a nice fellow that I met at Nova. His name's Aiden. He's Cartoon Lime. Ben, you know him.
He's coming. Yeah. Dude, I saw he bought his ticket. Dude, I'm so psyched.
He messaged me. He was asking me where he should fly into, etc. Where's the best place to go? He's coming across the country, coming up, show up at Magnolia, and he's gonna have. If you don't know Aiden or you don't follow his account on Instagram, Cartoon Lime, he does really, really amazing like old school style heavy metal painting with the sickest diorama display boxes you have ever seen. I think Ben,
Yeah,
you've seen
they're
some of this
incredible.
stuff. I mean,
Yeah.
we're talking like the displays for these kill teams are always like, I feel like they're foot-long vertical displays that he makes, and the
He
kill
does
team
super cool stuff. Yeah.
go down. Oh, dude, the one he had at Nova was insane. He's got a dwarf one that's really good. So, yeah. So be like Aiden, fly across the country to Ocala, Florida. We'll tell you where to land, and you're gonna show up. That's all you got to do.
Yeah,
Bring
man.
your
Yeah,
dice.
to be fair, if you're gonna fly in, definitely fly in a Crucible. It's infinitely easier because you
Yeah.
fly in right to Orlando. But if you want to be a wild man, you can fly in somewhere and then drive to Ocala. We do have cool events, but if you're gonna fly in for Crucible, I think for sure.
Yeah,
There's some
Crucible will be.
warp
It's
fire.
at a hotel.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's infinitely easier.
It is all easier, but if you want to be the true hardcore boy, you got to show up to the Warpfire event. That's all I'm
That
saying.
is true. Warfire is also, it's a legendary name in the biz, bro.
Well, people
Right,
know
like-
it everywhere. Everywhere,
Yeah, man.
everywhere we travel, and if I have Warpfire dice or a Warpfire dice tray, wherever I am, somebody knows it. They've bought stuff from the online store. They've seen it, so it's got a big name.
Yeah, we're trying to be the good guys. Trying to be the good guys.
You guys are the good guys, dude, for sure. Shout out
Yes, sir.
Jordan, the legend himself, bro.
He's the man. He is the
We
man.
wouldn't be here
might
without him, man, for sure.
Yeah.
That much
Yep.
is certain. I would would not be this balls deep in this whole toy soldiers thing, without just
Yep.
everything he's thrown in, and so it's pretty sick, man. But we're gonna go ahead and sign off. Thanks everybody for joining us. If you're still here, come back next Sunday. We will be streaming every Sunday evening, Six-Sided Paradise. You can catch us on Spotify, PhoBros Podcast. Thanks, guys. Peace.
Oh yeah.